Welcome to the Woke Socialist podcast and the Anti-Fascist Book Club. Before we talk about today's installment, I would like to ask you to like and subscribe to this video. It will boost our algorithms. It costs absolutely nothing. And it will preserve on YouTube this last bastion of free speech that we have in America. Now, before we get into our topic today, our topic is not a book, but a video that I will attach at the end of this one. I ask that you have the respect to watch it in its entirety, no matter who you are, where you come from, what color you are, or what party you belong to. I would also like to take a moment to bring you into the world. If you are not from here, if you are rich, if you are privileged, into the world of the average citizen that lives on the streets of the United States of America and is subject to corporate media. Today, on MS Now, I saw the most disgusting interview I could possibly see in these times. This interview was Nicole Wallace interviewing Rosie Perez. The entire half hour of the interview was Rosie Perez talking about how people don't stand up against Donald Trump because they are afraid. And when asked questions by Nicole Wallace, and she calls this podcast The Best People, it is not the best people. All I heard coming out of Rosie Perez's mouth was disappointing, to say the very least. All she talked about is how people are afraid of losing their jobs. They have people to support. They have mortgages to pay. And in Hollywood, if she comes out against Trump, she might not work again. Well, let me ask you this. The first Latino snatched up that made headline news was Mr. Abrego Garcia. And mind you, Rosie Perez is Latino as well. When this happened in Prince George's County, this family lost their breadwinner, lost a father, lost everything they had, everything they believed in America. They didn't have millions of dollars. They didn't have Hollywood contracts. They didn't worry about working again. They worried about this man getting back home to his family. And so over the half hour of this stupid interview, Rosie Perez keeps going on and on and on. And then she said the thing that pissed me off the most. There are privileged actors in Hollywood who can afford to oppose Donald Trump, but she can't because she has bills to pay. Are you fucking kidding me right now? We would not know the name Rosie Perez if a black man named Spike Lee did not give her her first role that made her famous. But I digress. You know, it's all about paying your bills and all that stuff. Mothers, fathers, and grandmothers are dying in concentration camps on American land. And Rosie Perez gets on TV and plays the white privilege card when she probably has more money than my whole neighborhood combined. This is what we are talking about when we say that black, brown Americans are detached from reality once they get that check. Bought and sold by the white man's money. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what the Trump administration, black Democrats who are AIPAC, Nancy Pelosi, Merrick Garland, and everyone else who allowed this to happen is going to get for their money. They get paid. The rest of us get played. And this is particularly why both parties' poll numbers are in the gutter. Democrats keep saying they're going to win the 2026 election, the House and the Senate. People like Ragin' Cajun, James Carville, and others. That can't happen right now with the numbers that you have, because more people now identify as independents and socialists than any time in American history. So you do the math. Now I'm going to get back to the video. I would like every black elected official in Congress who is worried about keeping their job to watch this video. This is what you're going to fund, and this is where you will end up. Just like the black people that fought in the Civil War. White people in America do not care about you. They should not be assumed to be friendly based on the color of their skin. Be it Congress, Senate, the Supreme Court, or any other faction of society. Since white Americans invaded the Americas, they have done absolutely nothing but persecute and exploit every single solitary black and brown or red person they encountered and could. So when you ask for us to vote harder, vote blue, no matter who, let me ask you this. What did you do to prevent the devil's punch bowl? Please watch this video. Drop a comment or do nothing at all. But let it sink in your head exactly what America is headed for. Whether you vote blue, red, or otherwise, or stay at home. This is where we are.